think we're just going live in like 1 minute.
Okay.
Exactly. So, Assalamu alaikum, Maria. Thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us in our Kalasha session. Unfortunately, and मैं सब जो viewers हैं उनको बता दूं कि Maria is a cultural expert and has a lot of knowledge about development vagera. So we will be talking about these topics today, how to preserve culture and heritage in the scope of economic development. So unfortunately, हमारे साथ जमीला बाजी connect नहीं हो सकी. We tried really hard उनको Zoom पे लें, Facebook Messenger, even conference call. And we tried all avenues. लेकिन I think क्या कहते हैं I think इसमें since Classic होता है कि only Telenor works there, so even all these other mobile songs, yes, they don't work. So we have to work in the limited scope that we do have, and also I think understanding how to go about this. So I think उसमें I'll just start sharing the screen ताकि we can have a bit of a cultural overview के उनके images in the city कैसे, and then I can speak while the images are playing.
All
So
right.
let me just open my gallery. I think a video के साथ शुरू कर लेती हूँ. Before I do that, let me start screen sharing. to This is share. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So I think मैं इसको audio mute कर लेती हूँ. So I think this is basically I just went मैं खुद कोई Kalasha expert तो हूँ नहीं. We just did an initiative with the project with the Kalasha community last year in winter time, just from November to February. And उसमें हम देख रहे थे कि fusion craft and market linkages को कैसे fuse कर सकते हैं. इसलिए knowing के उधर हमें खुद ज़्यादा पहले वक्त आइडिया था नहीं कि उधर कौन से मसले मसाइल हैं. So it's only when we landed there, so we saw कि since they're so far away कि the community is living in actually जो चित्राल और अफगानिस्तान के उसके border पे होते हैं, so it's very far away, and I think काफी exciting भी होते हैं. They're going, it's like 20 hours drive, so and you have to एक जगह पे जाके बीच वो लोकेशन भी नहीं याद आ रही है, लेकिन एक पे जाके पॉइंट पे then you have to just say next 5 hours are in a jeep or something, so it's quite exciting वगैरह. So it's not a 1 minute of boredom वगैरह. लेकिन let me also find some other images as well. There we go.
So, Mashal, which of the three valleys did you work in, or did you work in all three?
We worked in
In
all three. So
Chitral.
I personally went to Bhumrat, and I think we went for like हमारी team छोटी थी, लेकिन we divided and conquered. So I think we were a group of 7, and we did like in pairs. So I was with Sana and Saad. हम वो Bhumrat Valley में कर रहे थे, and अहमद साहब को हमने रंबूर में भेज दिया था, which is more far. तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा था like मुझे 300 steps जाके उनको हमने वुड वर्क कर दिया था. So उन्होंने कहा था like मुझे लोग कह रहे अब 3 more steps करा के मुझे 300 steps आपने climb करा दिए. And then I know कि मैम फौजिया को हमने बेरी में भेजा था. So I think these are जैसे इससे मुझे तो फिर बाकी सब लोग did their phone photography, as I only had my photography of Bhumrat वगैरह. And मेरा तो इससे वो काफी था. And I think since we only had this project for 3 months, so I think we had a short time span, unlike Amin जिसका हमने पहले सेशन किया था. उसकी तो बहुत ही vast है ना. She's like entrenched in this work, like, and हमारा तो जैसे short था. So I think we still have a lot more to learn about Kalasha Valley. लेकिन we only had these a few months, और मेरा तो personally बस एक week exposure था, and then जब वो लाहौर में आए exhibition करने के लिए तो था. So this collection is a fusion of my photography as well as team photography of the different aspects. So yeah. So we were just learning how, और हम उनका वही देख रहे थे fusion craft के ये जो उनका traditional wear है, it's very heavy, तो how this won't be something that the public would be wearing here in Lahore या Islamabad या America वगैरह. तो हमने उधर देखा था, I think UNESCO shared a link with us. उसने कहा था कि Vogue magazine actually had their fashion designer travel to Kalasha, और they did a fusion उसमें कि उन्हें dresses बनाई थी jeans के ऊपर जो pockets बना दी थी with this
they appropriated, in fact they didn't even sort of acknowledge that this is from the Kalasha. This is from their tradition. It's their weaving also.
They didn't.
Yeah, no.
Oh, अच्छा, हम तो उसमें acknowledge करते हैं, जैसे अभी जो मैंने पहना was one of them that I bought, लेकिन I like simple stuff, so मैंने इतना ज़्यादा heavy वाला नहीं किया था. So we do have more of, वो मैं आपको gallery में दिखाऊंगी, it's much more heavy work, लेकिन I am more of a simplest. I'm like, I'll take the light work, लेकिन हाँ ये नहीं कि embroidery stuff है, लेकिन I think
that's lovely.
kurta taki, everyday wear mein people who are not this stuff is I think you can only wear this अगर आप कोई party में जा रहे हैं, कि कोई Halloween party or some
formal wear में आप पहन सकते हैं.
so I think
तो
उसमें
Aiman, when you went, sorry, not Aiman, Mashra, when you, जब आप ये तीनों valleys में गए तो आपको obviously you worked with different groups of women in each valley. तो आपको क्या काम में या technique में फर्क लगा? Because I was reading on the traditions of each valley as well. तो थोड़े से rituals में भी modification है, तो क्या आपको वही चीज थोड़ी सी फर्क आपको नजर आया between the three valleys?
I think since I personally did not go in all the three valleys, so I only had exposure to Bhumrad, right? So I can only speak to that. लेकिन I think इसमें जिसमें आप देख सकती हैं, इसमें मैं शिनाज गई थी, and I think over here there was like let me go. So I think इसमें सिलाई वाला ज़्यादा था. So the one that I went to उसमें solely weaving पे ज़्यादा था, and I think so I didn't have this exposure to catch वो how do they stitch वगैरह. It's, I think they use a stitch to stitch in the seashells वगैरह. This is their headgear जो वो पहनते हैं.
Their headdress.
So, this is their headdress, and लेकिन I was only exposed to the weaving aspect part. So I only have exposure to the weaving aspect, and I think if you were there for much longer and had I spent more time with the community, is I would have loved just to walk and just sit with them. And I think once you spend more time, you get to learn more. Like, and I think अभी इसलिए मैं कही थी मेरी तो अभी बहुत ही superficial learning है. लेकिन I think even in that, I just what I really liked about them, because they were like so open, so welcoming, and I think it was the simplicity of their character that just like really shone through, and I think it was like really exciting that, or I think a काफी rich heritage है जो मुझे खुद नहीं पता. It's like a mixture of Greek, Hindustan, and जैसे Islam वगैरह. I think उसमें काफी being over here, not being exposed to them, वो जिन खावतीन से मैं मिली भी थी उन्होंने खुद कहा था कि उनका काफी वो myths वगैरह उन्हें बनाए हुए कि जैसे उनको convert किया जा रहा है इस्लाम में वगैरह. लेकिन I think when I spoke to them, they were like it happens two ways. The natural process से भी होता है, and it's also because of financial crunch. Natural process में होता है कि if a woman, and they're actually quite progressive over there in their
they're very empowered, yes. There's a lot of freedom of choice in partner, the faith, whichever way they want to. Even in terms of movement within the village, the spaces that they have, they're far more progressive, and they see themselves as far more progressive and having that advantage.
So yeah, what I found really interesting is like the girl has a choice to actually choose the guy she likes. So ये मुझे अभी बाद में पता कि उसकी वो जो ये strap उसकी, there's a story behind it. So when they have 3 festivals: a spring, a summer, and a winter festival. And उसमें वो काफी singing and dancing का होता है. तो उसमें when they're singing and dancing, a guy can actually approach a female and just tap on her shoulder and say like like how about we, usme I think usme hota is kind of westernized also, कि you can have that option, like do I want to just settle with this guy, तो उसमें अगर if she says हाँ, तो then उसमें जो ये V वाला स्ट्रैप हुआ हुआ है वो उसके गले पे डाल देती है, and like okay, I'm willing to just explore this aspect, so then they can be together for like 6 months, and then like उसमें भी tie down नहीं है, they're together for 6 months, then after that if they feel like both sides it's not working out, if they're not married yet, उसमें नहीं कि शादी होगी, it's just basically exploring, like, oh, interesting. So it's kind of unique thing. So I think उसमें जो था जो ने कहा था कि myths अभी बने हुए, and I think aspect of losing this heritage is also going away. If they naturally fall in love with a Muslim वगैरह, they have associated this thing with being un-Islamic for some reason. तो उसमें उन्होंने कहा था कि ये थोड़ी paganism होती है, तो उसमें they actually leave this dress जो आप अभी फोटो में देखते हो, so and they shift to a शलवार कमीज. So I think that is also a reason why कि सारा heritage and culture थोड़ा सा diminish हो रहा है अभी. So I'm like, oh, मैंने कहा था कि ये भी हमें थोड़ा सा, it's like we being the society need to just rewrite these norms. Like, why are we associating a dress with like something? This is a very unique, rich culture. उसको हमने spirit को ज़्यादा ही connect कर लिए God or spiritual angle के साथ. उस तरह we're going, like if we keep going down that, we're going to lose this like dress altogether. तो इसलिए मैंने कहा था oh. तो आई थिंक उसमें था कि वो हमें शायद थोड़ा सा सोशल मीडिया और इवन इन कम्युनिटी में काम करते हुए नीड टू रीराइट दोस नॉर्म्स वगैरह. लेकिन आई थिंक दैट इज वन प्लेस, एंड आई थिंक दूसरा उनका फाइनेंशियली हो रहा है कि वो सिंस आर सो रिमोट वगैरह, अनलाइक जो हमारे इधर के वो कश्मीरी टांका या बलोची टांके, सिंधी टांके, उसका इतना सेगविंग इतना हुआ नहीं है, they don't even realize कि it's such a rich cultural asset that they have that they can actually leverage and utilize. तो उसकी वजह से भी I think काफी उसमें fusion is one way, and also not just like appropriate but working with the community, ताकि उनकी awareness आए कि how to do this. So yeah.
Yeah, you've raised
how
a
do you
very
feel like what is the way do you think like way forward?
I think what you've raised is a very important issue, because that's a scenario that a lot of tribes and communities that have like a culture, like they have a closed enclave, if you call it, as in the case of the Kalasha, there is this issue where there is this conflict within the community itself, because they have a right to go towards development, better education, to grow outwards as well. And then some of these rituals and these norms then just slowly fade away, because we're talking about this, the halt in the transmission from one generation to the other. In that sense, and they have to leave these culture away. And you're very right about how if they have to marry outside. I remember meeting somebody from the Kalasha community, very nice lady, and she was just telling me, oh, I'm preparing for my sister's wedding and she's going to Multan. So where do you find Chitral and all the way in Multan? It's a complete different cultural context. And I asked her, would she, so she was worried actually that, would she be able to adapt to that culture? But on the way forward, I think it's this very careful balance that one has to maintain. And at the end of the day, it's the community that has to decide for itself in which direction do they want to evolve and grow. And the interesting thing that I read about the Kalasha community is that the reason why they've been able to sustain a lot of their cultural norms is that they have evolved over time. They have had to adapt, a couple of their traditions so that, they can stay within the norm. So it's about a bit of a balance that has to happen.
That's so true. So let me, I think, segue into the exhibition products, so we can also showcase that to our viewers. And I think इनका काम बहुत खूबसूरत होता था. हम वही देख रहे थे कि like when we were working with them, ये इनकी जो पट्टियाँ ऐसे, they were also kind of at a loss, like, how can we not knowing like how to. So हमने वही देखा था, like अच्छा, since they also work with solids वगैरह, if you saw जो उनका ट्रेडिशनल अटायर था, बेसिकली ब्लैक कपड़े पे वो ज़्यादा रेनबो मोटिव्स वगैरह लगाते हैं. So it's very bright, but so we were also seeing like how to keep within the solids and use their weave work that people can actually wear and localize. So we were seeing like it's a black plate, and then we also deviated in some places and put in the blue वगैरह. So और ये वाले में जैसे उनका bead work लिया था, but also then fusing it with इधर का west का जो so I mean actually थोड़ा सा कोटी लोग थे, like a bead work and the seashell is their work. So yeah.
I find this very interesting. So I have two questions. Mashroom, when you were talking about when you were on ground and you found about the issues, so there is also accessibility to materials. You know, so how accessible are the materials for them to be able to do the work? And secondly, I find it very interesting the use of seashells. It makes sense in handicraft in Sindh. But how did seashells figure into the craft of the Kalasha? Do you have any idea?
Seashells का I know कि nature का मुझे पता है कि they're very just spiritual and closely connected to nature. तो मुझे उनका पता है उनका पूरा एक moon and earth cycle होता है. लेकिन seashell का भी I was assuming कि must be something. लेकिन वो मुझे पूछना था, लेकिन since I wasn't, I think we're doing a lot of things as we're doing this, so I didn't get to ask all the questions I wanted to. Like, I was also curious, like, you know, why seashells? I had the same mind, and I tried to Google it myself. I'm like, will you Google me? It's like, when I was talking to Danish, so I was like, you know, this is like one. If you ever do go back, it will be interesting to just hold this conversation. You know, ये पूरा weaving का culture कहाँ से है? It's like, so वो भी interesting होता है कि if you see the काफी जो pictures they do it by hand. It's not like they're doing it with the needle, because everything is very like hands on and nature. उनका जो सारे motifs भी होते हैं they actually are inspired by nature. They don't actually even deviate morphs. Mostly it's all pools and it's very organic. Of the ये जो pattis होते हैं, they're very just vibrant. So I think it's a stark contrast between black and a very vibrant color.
Yes.
I think we had so this was a fusion thing, so we actually all uthai and unko kaha कि जो अच्छा what would you like to do that. So I think we did a lot of like trial and runs and just, you know, experimenting with like local stuff that we find over here in the urban setting, and then fusing it with the clash embroidery. So, like some of them जैसे ये तो उनका originally है. मैंने कहा था कि if people want to use it as a hairband or anything, just or as a belt, so it can be multi-purpose. Like उनका तो बहुत specific होता है. They either use it to honor a guest, या वो उनका वो जो festival का होता है तो वो होता है. तो I think उनका काफी nature से वो connected है, इसलिए I think it's been a long time. It's been a year right now. So लेकिन I know कि whether it's festivals वगैरह उनका पूरा everything is very connected to the thing. उसमें जब उनका woodwork का भी था तो उसमें भी पूरा had like a thing they had broken it down into like 5 days. You know, first day पे हम इधर जाते हैं, we go into the woods, we lock ourselves in, and we don't do anything. We just meditate. हम जाते हैं और ये woodwork temple को हम उसको, everything is very organic and spiritual in nature. So I think that's why I would have like loved to like stay and I think like I need to dive more into this. I think after, since it was a collaboration, UNESCO did devise this book, so it's like very rich and it's like so much.
Yes, it's a good resource book. Yeah, it was I think done with top.
Dive more into this, अगर ज़्यादा इतना busy नहीं होते ना अपने काम से personally, so I would have like loved to like learn. Like, these are like great photographs. I love all the photographs.
Yeah.
It's like really good.
Asad Zaidi, the photography was done by Asad Zaidi, and I think Thap has done a really good job in documenting a lot of the rituals and the traditions, and even some of the myths on which these traditions are based. So that it's a really nice book to have on the Kalasha.
Yep.
Although I did find, and I think that's something that Karwan can look at, is that if you could add on, since you're working so closely on the craft side, if you could document some of the traditional, the stitches, the weaves, that would be really interesting.
But I was like, and I got this book, I'm like, oh, since I didn't have that much time, like, oh, maybe it's there. I'm like, wait, I don't see any hand embroidery in here. What is this? So I was like, I was like, oh. Yeah, then I was also looking for it on Google, and I found like bits and pieces. So I think I cannot pronounce the name. I thought like iska naam kuch shukr ya kuch hai. So I think I found like names of what these things are called. Like, and I didn't get the history, really detailed things. So I'm like, oh, agar kabhi wapas jaye, so that will be a good thing to explore. Okay, har cheez ki I know कि उनकी going to significance, so I guess they're still going on for eons now, and they haven't shifted it. So so I would have loved to just learn more. I think that would be another thing. So we're thinking like sare, not just Kalasha, but overarchingly, I think everything we know, everything on a very visual basis right now, even whether it's Kalasha ka hai ya उसको क्या कहते हैं जैसे अगर बलोची रंकाया वगैरह लेकिन उसका जैसे how did these come about to being and like how would you describe it, especially now that we are selling in the international level right now. उसमें भी थोड़ा सा वो हो रहा है कि हमारे जो international customers होते हैं they don't know chicken curry क्या है, and then I have a hard time explaining to them like अच्छा I know कि इसका India से वो है लेकिन how do you explain it into words, like what is the definition for chicken curry, what is the definition for bhavra danka? Then like, oh, actually, this is one of the 6 places that we are also thinking of exploring with Beacon House University. Just textile students, because we have knowledge hota hai. So we work on much more. I think we're much of doers because we actually just keep working with women. So I think we can actually create more of a culture heritage. जो आपका space का काम है, make it more accessible for people who don't know. Just मैं जब शुरू में आई थी इदारे में, I had no idea कि कौन से क्या टांके होते हैं. मुझे बस visually से बहुत अच्छा काम है, but I'm like no, I'm like chicken curry क्या है, what is कच्चा टांका, I'm like they all look the same. Now I can actually differentiate. So I think it's just by working here for 3 years, I've developed that sensibility. Like I know कि जब first time viewers होते हैं वो मेरी तरह होंगे like oh this is great visually, like and you have like no sensitivity of the different embroidery styles and types. So yeah.
No. And coming back to where you mentioned the variation in the colors. So when you were working with them, did you base it on the color schemes that they work with, or did you give them a color palette that this is how this is what would be more sellable?
I think we try to do both. I think initially the ones that you see are all from them. Like initially we try to get we started off the initiative by giving them a color theory good thing. You need just a color just as a mega design party. You get a thing, you color wheels, these are harmonious colors, these 3 monochromatic, these work well together. Like we wanted to actually stick close to the rich hair. I'm like, acha, ye to hai, but you don't have to stick with this. That's why we think since it's so already colorful वगैरह, हम उन्हीं के साथ discuss किया would you like to fuse it with black वगैरह. So I think जो blue वाला था is more of the striking one. So that's where we experimented more. इससे वो उनके पास वो नहीं है, लेकिन normally उनका जो होता है is basically on black. So I think that's
on a black base.
On a dark and just sticking. Like, and I thought like if we have more space to explore, maybe that would be another area ताकि उनकी भी sensitivity हो and see उनकी किस चीज के लिए buy. And I think हमने vegetable rice के लिए भी किया था, इसलिए
oh wonderful.
I think those products, I think since they were so commercial, तो वो तो on the exhibition site ही sell हो गए थे, इसलिए I think, and we chose उनके साथ ही पूछा था, do you think vegetable dyes work well with you? इसलिए it's very earthy, it is वैसे block printing के साथ you're using organic dyes वगैरह. So उनका like हाँ, this works well with us, and उन्हें उसके साथ मज़ीद they added seashells on top of it, and so I think it's very just a collaboration. And I think initially जब हम उनको बहुत ज़्यादा color wheel के साथ भी किया था, and I think वो initially I think you have to, they got confused with the color palettes they were coming up with, or like a bit too colorful. Like, oh wait, I think the original designs you do are actually much more better than the, I think, color theory करके कुछ ज़्यादा ही mixture हो गया था. I think they also got confused. And I mean, it's okay. Let's just go back to the basics. And I think what you learn from your roots, and I think from your own heritage, and I think since they actually absorb these colors from nature itself, so unke greens or pinks, and I think well, organic stuff yours. So let's just stick with the color palette you do have, because that's much more nicer than color theory. It was like all over the place. So I think we were just also learning like how to. I think it's like जब आप community के साथ काम कर रहे होते हैं, that's a very learning sharing process going back and forth.
Marshall, this when I was at sorry, you were gonna say something?
No, you continue.
So when I was at UNESCO, we had a lot of conversations with regards to the craft sector, and we had a couple of workshops as well, and we tried to engage stakeholders and looking at how we can promote the sector where the producers, the actual producers, benefit from the process. So one of the things that came up in the conversation, which is with Dr. Joseph Lowe, who specializes, or his area is to look at the authenticity of the craft. So yes, like you mentioned earlier, you have to modify the craft a bit so that it is of functional use to the new buyer today. It becomes commercially viable. But he said that you can either, it came down to, it really boiled down to, you can change the material, keep the technique the same, but change the material, or you experiment, you keep the material as the same, but you experiment with the design. So when you're talking about, sort of the fusion work that you're talking about, how was it approached, and how do you think, have you been able to, I'm sure there must have been an effort to also at the same time maintain the authenticity of the craft also.
I think that was like a real challenge, and I think the team was actually feeling it. Like, 3 months are not enough to actually unpack this all. So हमने वही, I think जब हमने अपना debriefing report में लिखा था, कि like this is just वो नहीं होता है कि जब आप कहते हैं कि जब वो moon पे गए थे, like this is just like one step, so you just like wet our feet in the water right now, but we have much more depth to explore वगैरह. So I think हमने initially इसलिए वो काफी color theory वगैरह से किया, that is the process that we normally go with जो rural artisans के साथ जो हम काम करते हैं, कि उनको already जैसे stitches वगैरह आते हैं कि मुझे कच्चा टांका वगैरह कैसे करना है, but we just finances with the colors वगैरह कि आपका काम तो बहुत अच्छा है, but we can how to finance this ताकि it actually sells more in the urban thing, and how to उनका भी जैसे if they're only doing chicken curry का काम, how to fuse it with tarkashi, how to fuse it with cross stitch, which embroidery stitches fuse well together, which don't, and उसको color themes ज़्यादा इतना ज़्यादा bright ना रखें. So उसमें जब शुरू में गए थे, well, they were like so vibrant, colorful, they actually work for वो गाँव की community में, but that won't actually sell for the urban clientele. So saying like you can keep these original colors for your local community, but if you want to expand and go beyond and actually go into the cities and also go global वगैरह, you have to finance your color palette to actually cater to your target audience. So वो हमने that's why I think हम initially Clasha के साथ भी हमने वो पूरा color wheel के साथ शुरू किया था, लेकिन हम देखा था कि वो I think just because एक तो to be honest सब उधर लोग उर्दू और इंग्लिश बात करते हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा सा लैंग्वेज बैरियर भी आता है. आई थिंक नॉट एवरीबडी, सो वी फॉर सम स्टेशन जैसे जहाँ पे ब्रह्मपुत्र में थी उधर ठीक था, लेकिन कहीं जहाँ पे रुम्बी वगैरह में गए थे वो बाकी टीम ने कहा दे एक्चुअली हैड अ ट्रांसलेटर who used to translate for them कि मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ, ताकि आई थिंक एक लैंग्वेज बैरियर भी आ सकता है, which थोड़ी सी not having so much time and luxury can also create more shifts in communication वगैरह. So I think all these things, like, and I think उसमें जब हमने देखा था कि like, and I think you also, I think community work में होती, you have to shift and mold yourself according to what is needed at that time. So हमने देखा था जब हमने color 3D वाला चीज किया कि ये काम नहीं किया, तो then इसलिए हमने कहा था stick to जो आप already पट्टियां वगैरह बना रहे हैं, they are actually quite nice. I mean, ये training के बाद
they're very pretty.
And they're already using the primary colors. I mean, color theme already yellow and purple are complementary colors, so they had did it from their gut. Forget some like, अच्छा, you know what, just follow your gut and let's just utilize जो आप ये पट्टियां बनाते हैं. मैंने कहा ये पट्टियां का other than ये आपका, I know, cultural aspect बहुत है. This is like holds significance for you in your local community. लेकिन maybe we can repurpose this in the thing. So इसलिए हमने वो jeans में फिर उसको जैसे straps के तौर पे use कर लिया, जैसे hems पे use किया. तो वही हमने उनके साथ discuss किया था कि अच्छा, how to unpack this. And I think there's much more scope. If you have time, we can even dive deeper with them. You know, कि पट्टियों को करते हुए और क्या चीजें कर सकते हैं. Can be caps, bags, maybe many other things. जैसे weaving का है ना, so they can use their traditional embroidery. And I think वो backpacks वगैरह बना सकते हैं. So there's much more things that we can unpack and unfold. And I think उसमें होता है कि the more time you spend with the community, वो ज़्यादा trust भी develop हो जाती है.
That's
they
true.
The organization and us more, we get to learn more about the culture, so we have deeper insights also that this works, this doesn't work, we can actually utilize this. So yeah, लेकिन उनका organic जो चीजें हैं, जैसे ये weaving baskets, like so ordinary, like extraordinary, like whoa, these are amazing. Or to weave this out of like natural bark is also a skill. So yeah.
These are from bark. I was just going to ask, are they cane? Are they're from the bark?
bark से उन्होंने ट्रीट से किया था. तो वो पहले सेशन में वही आमिन बता रही थी कि वो उसको गीला करते हैं और how they like do it. So मुझे तो वाला exposure था नहीं. I just saw the final product in front of me, लेकिन she actually saw the whole process. So वो पूरा बताई थी उसको कैसे करते हैं. Oh, that's very interesting. It's, I just knew कि like उन्होंने बनाया, लेकिन I didn't know the back end story of it. So and I was thinking each one, I think what I really like about all these handicraft products is like each one, they have like such like deep stories. Like even the product is still like how you make it and why they made it, why they chose these colors. I mean, हमारे लिए just being end users, we don't know कि इसकी क्या अहमियत रखती है for the artisan who made it.
Actually, all the aspects that you're talking about, the technique, the skill, the narrative behind it, the cultural significance of the motifs that they've used, these are what add to the cultural value of that artifact or that object. And that is what adds to the economic value of that as well. So the economic value of you know, a piece of you know, something that's been woven or built together or whatever is built on these aspects. So that's really interesting that you've highlighted that. And how long did it take, Mashal, for them to develop all of these products that you've showcased? I mean, I believe we're looking at some of the work that Zena has done and Jamila have done.
So I think it was a close-knit community. So these two are actually related. So like Zena is a cousin and Jamila is like her aunt वगैरह. So there were, and जो इसका facilitator was उसकी mother. And so actually I think we were just looking for the exhibition. Okay, who can we mobilize for? So we had हम काफी जैसे 20 के group के साथ उस वक्त हमने काम किया था. And उसमें से हम 3 को आंगन पे भी ले आए थे. And I think because of due to some other things जो हम पहले जिनको digitally enable किया था वो, they weren't able to join us. So we just have to be fluid to whoever we did engage with who wants to actually participate in this online exhibition. So इसलिए, and I think knowing कि there's a mobility network issue, so that's why we had brought these products with us beforehand ताकि ये ना हो कि अगर customer orders this and because of mobility issues के पता नहीं वो अगर चित्राल से भेजेंगे या ब्रूमबर्ग से भेजेंगे कि एक हफ्ते में पहुंचेगा या 2 weeks में पहुंचेगा. So we didn't want the customer on our end to be, so that's why we said like अच्छा, we'll get these from you and whatever sales you do will easy पैसा करके आपको वो भेज देंगे and जो नहीं sell होंगे we'll send it back to you through TCS वगैरह. So that's what we were doing the process with the Clash community. वो दूसरे जो दूसरे entrepreneurs हैं उनके साथ different, उनका basically Clash on delivery होता है. International का थोड़ा सा different process हमने रखा हुआ है कि जैसे अगर किसी ने अभी इसमें से जैसे एक ने order भी किया है डॉक्टर बुशरा ने ये वाला पीस, तो उसके लिए हमने किया कि अच्छा we will ship it to you, but she just basically she selected multiple products. So she selected one from Jamila Baji, she selected one from Sameem Akhtar Baji, and we just like get all these artisans to mail it to us in the Caravan का head office. उसमें हम compile करते हैं package, and then उसका weight के हिसाब से then we give a breakdown to the customer कि अच्छा ये आपके सारे order list थी, this is the shipping cost collectively, is this okay with you? And then we get them to Western Union, some money transfer us, we distribute it among the artisans and ship it to US जो मैं address देते हैं. So that's what we do for the international orders right now.
Great. And for, so I can see a lot of the products, it says that it's already sold, but for people that reach out to you on the number, on the WhatsApp number below, and if they want to order, how long would it take for them to make the product again? Is like
So I think it depends on the stuff, like on the product, etc. It's because I know कि ये वाले में it's like a purse, it will require full-time weaving. और मैंने उनका खुद देखा था कि मैं like उनका weaving takes so long. She was just doing just 5 stitches and that took like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, ये just 5 stitches and it took so long. इसलिए I think वो मैंने पहले वीडियो दिखाई थी. Let me just share that video with you so you can actually see the detailed yeah. This is like quite a strenuous process. So एक तो पहले इतना बड़ा वो होता है, फिर उसको यूं ऊपर से वो wood से के साथ and the specific tools that they use is like very time consuming. तो इसलिए मैं कहते हैं हमने तो इतना realize नहीं करते, being end users we just purchase it, लेकिन how much effort, time and hard work actually goes into it. उसमें spices I think कि weaving वाला में तो बहुत काम लगता है. So with the इस तरह के जब products आते हैं we actually I don't actually even give it time. I actually reach out if unless हमने WhatsApp numbers डाले हैं gallery में, we're giving the options to the customer to actually either they can reach out to the artisan directly. अगर जैसे चित्राल वाले हैं या international issues and they have a language barrier, then we actually communicate on their behalf. Say अच्छा, I will reach out to Zaina, I will reach out to Jamila and say like अच्छा ये वाला आपका product sale हो गया है, लेकिन इसी order का एक और आया है order, would you be willing to recreate it, and if so how much time will you take? Will it be a month, will it be a month and a half, 3 weeks वगैरह? So that depends from product product. A simple putty may take less. Beadwork अगर जैसे ये necklace वाला है, this might take even less time. So I think it just very much depends on the product itself and the time and how big उसका scale क्या है. जैसे अगर छोटा ये mobile purse है तो इसमें तो इतना time नहीं लगेगा as opposed to ये full blown shirt को अगर कर रहे हैं तो the shirt will take much more time. So this is so much of weaving work. So this will take much more time. तो unless उसमें होता है कि इतना टाइम नहीं स्पेंड करना है एंड उसके बाद ऐसे मेरे पास ये पट्टी है आई कैन रिक्रिएट इट, लेकिन द कलर्स माइट बी ऑफ, तो वो भी वो आई कैन कम्युनिकेट बेस्ड ऑन फॉर ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द आर्टिस्ट लाइक अच्छा will you be doing the same design but maybe the colors are slightly off, she will be using this putty instead, are you happy with the color schemes and motif badal gaya hai? So I think it's just a very back and forth. So इसमें होता है कि we actually give the जो local होते हैं कि अगर वो इस तरह की customization वगैरह orders कर रहे हैं, we give them the option कि like अच्छा आप directly बात कर लें artisan के साथ, इसलिए you know I think you can be one-on-one with her और कोई language barrier नहीं है, and you can even give her more orders. जैसे आप उनसे पूछ लें कि उनके पास और क्या products हैं, so they have like hundreds of products at their home and हमने बस अभी gallery में 20 products लगाए हुए हैं, so they have such a vast selection. You can even ask like ये भी दिखा दें मुझे, वो भी दिखा दें. And I think Zena के साथ भी वो बेहतर होता है कि वही मैंने देखा था कि उसके साथ WhatsApp में it's much more convenient to talk to her. So whether she's busy or not, she will respond to me at her time of convenience. So अगर मैंने उसको सुबह मैसेज किया है 12 बजे, उसका मैसेज मुझे आ जाएगा 4 बजे. So I just leave an audio note or I just drop an image. So I received the video clips from her through WhatsApp के उसने like अपना खुद intro दिया था for the Amin वाला section and also showed herself जैसे ये वाला process like stitching, उसको अपना ये headgear को वो stitch करती हुई दिखाई थी कि उसका कैसे वो पट्टियां लगा के उसका stitching वाला process वो बैठ के वो कर रही थी. So I think women notice कि WhatsApp is a very like going forward is a good way to connect, right? इसलिए हमने gallery पे भी WhatsApp के numbers डाले हुए हैं. I think Jamila Baji is much more elderly, so unfortunately उनके पास WhatsApp ही नहीं, लेकिन I think it also has a lot to do with age. I know my own mother is not that digital savvy, so I think artisans के साथ हमने actually जो Corona time हुआ था, तो we actually the team spent 3 months लगातार उनके साथ. जैसे उनको WhatsApp आता था पहले से, तो हमने WhatsApp के थ्रू ही उनको कहता चाहिए हमने आपको लिंक भेजा है, इधर से आप जाके करें. तो हमने अभी फ्लैशा वाले के साथ भी वही कोशिश की थी, लेकिन उधर नेटवर्क का बहुत इश्यू था. So I think that is also a space that we need to explore and unpack. In network access and connectivity is such an issue in classes. I think maybe going forward digital is the way, and maybe them sending us materials through WhatsApp and having in-person. I think going in person for this community is best, is that you have face-to-face. Otherwise, you can, I think WhatsApp is good. Usme thoda sa time lapse aa jata hai, but I just take it as like, it's like you're dealing with international research. There's going to be a few hours. So it won't be an immediate response as opposed to like the other artisans. Like, they do respond to you to the best of their ability. So वो आपको the WhatsApp पे वो phone कर सकते हैं, normal phone calls work वगैरह. So वो मैंने notice किया था कि phone conferences आप कर सकते हैं if everyone in the office has Telenor. So I unfortunately had Zong, लेकिन जिन जैसे the other people who did had Telenor, so the Telenor का काफी strong connection है Clash. I mean, I think a few people over there have a strong connection. Like unske liye you probably have to go to their homes. I know there is one guy who's running his YouTube channel. There's called the Espata News.
Espata, yes.
So I think
this is Luke, yes? Luke Rahman.
Yeah. तो इसमें कहते हैं आई थिंक उसको करना होगा, तो यू प्रॉब्ली हैव टू गो टू हिज होम के पहले से आप कहते हैं लूक साहब मुझे ये टाइम पे कुछ अपना कारोबार ऑनलाइन करने, कैन आई कम टू योर होम एंड यूटिलाइज द डिजिटल थिंग्स. आई थिंक उसमें यू हैव टू just reach out beforehand and make things happen. So yeah, or find some other
I think, it's just like one of the questions that we were looking at prior to this conversation is that, what would work better, digital or conventional? And so I think once again, it goes both ways. So you're helping them give that digital platform, and eventually it'll help, conventional business to grow as well. Because for people who go there, now that they're more attuned to what actually will sell a bit more, and they understand that, okay, so this is what would be more functionally, and commercially more viable, for visitors like us, there are tourists that are going there. There will be now more, I'm sure, there'll be now more variety of objects as well, in modifications in the craft as well. So I think it helps, they both help one another in that sense, and they both work together. So yeah. And Mashal, with your experience and having worked with the community, I know it's been a short period of time, but and you look at how meticulous and the amount of time it takes, like you just described, to just weave what I look at as maybe a thin stretch of woven material, and the amount of time and effort that goes into it. Is the younger generation actually interested in continuing with the craft? Because I find that in a lot of craft related industries, like blue pottery is dying out. The younger generation doesn't want to make the effort or go into the things that their parents or their families were working in. So do you find, how do you find the younger people as far as, do you think that the chance of the craft dying out, are they in, a threat of them being endangered over time?
अच्छा हाँ तो I think जो हमने notice किया था कि they actually do it side by side. I mean, I might be wrong as I only spoke to a few people. So, but the few people I did talk to, I think they had studied. I think वो हम काफी interested थे. The education background was political science, and at the same time they had अपने घर में जैसे उन्हें अभी मैं पीछे लगाया हुआ उन्हें अपने घर में अपना गैलरी लगाया हुआ था कि हमने एक कमरे को एग्जीबिशन रूम बना दिए थे जिसमें उन्होंने ये सारे प्रोडक्ट्स अपने डिस्प्ले किए हुए थे ये टोपियाँ डिस्प्ले की हुई थी वो ये जो उनका ट्रेडिशनल क्लास का ड्रेस था स्ट्रैप्स वगैरह पर्सेस वगैरह उन्हें अपने कमरे को एक कमरे को उन्हें एग्जीबिशन रूम कर दिया था So I think people who were more entrepreneurial वगैरह were leveraging both. It's like I think उसमें जैसे आपने पहले भी कहा था कि Clash is much more जैसे women centric community. So actually women are the bread earners there mostly. So they actually go out and work more. So I think since और उन्होंने कहा था कि ये जो उनका dress ही है that is that iconic as people actually recognize them more from the rest. Like अच्छा ये Clash जा रही है वगैरह. So I think that when they do shift into Shwar Kameez, they still might be Kalasha, but it's very hard to identify them being Kalasha if they're not wearing their traditional dress. But I think they do stitch it, I guess. I think in tourism के perspective से भी ज़्यादा stitch कर रहे हैं. So उन्होंने कहा था जब tourists आते हैं वगैरह they do buy some things, maybe they don't wear it वगैरह, but for I think tourist perspective उन्होंने देखा था कि काफ़ी उसमें होता है, so they just sell it for them and this is what they wear for themselves, so this is their local dress, so they actually stitch for themselves, their families, their children वगैरह. और आई थिंक उसमें बस वो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है कि सिंस एवरीबडी इन द उन्होंने काम मुझे बताया था कि सिंस एवरीबडी इन द कम्युनिटी इज डूइंग दिस उसमें देयर इज नो कंपटीशन वगैरह सिंस नो वन इज doing this fusion craft over there तो ये नहीं कि अच्छा मैं जीना के पास जाऊंगी अभी आई थिंक अभी किया लेकिन आई थिंक जीना को थोड़ी सी अभी थोड़ा सा और ट्रेनिंग वगैरह की वजह से once we notice किया था once we leave the thing they reverted back to the traditional work so we need to actually वो थोड़ा सा continuous sustained engagement चाहिए होती है for them to actually start adopting fusing this thing. So I think this is still very new to them. तो इसमें थोड़ा सा और extra शायद hand holding की जरूरत हो before they completely internalize जितने few के साथ हमने ये training की थी. लेकिन हाँ, I think since everybody in the community is doing this, there is like no competition. It's a very laid back society in that sense. कि like they just take pleasure in this. So उनके rituals होते हैं. Spending time with the family वगैरह, they actually find this very relaxing and meditative, so they do it for that. So I think उसमें वो कोई sense of competition नहीं है कि वो किसी brand या खाड़ी तो है नहीं तो उसके लिए किसी के लिए करे नहीं. So there's no competition among each other वगैरह. They're just doing it to just a minimum sustain this. And so I think इसलिए भी आजकल उनको financial crunch ज़्यादा feel हो रहा है.
All right. That's very interesting. Yeah. And Ji.
You being just working a lot in the space of culture and development, what just being in this mode of conservation and preservation, like what would you say like things are that you priorities hote hain for you guys to actually do when you're working in this space?
I think primarily there are two things that we're looking at, which we're prioritizing. One is how engaged is the community? Until unless the community is not on board and an initiative isn't driven by the community itself, and they don't recognize the value of that cultural asset that has to be preserved, whether it's a skill, whether it's a heritage site, whether it's food, it's music, anything, language, until unless the community itself doesn't recognize or until unless it's not demand driven, projects that are designed based on based on conjecture and sort of with the assumption that this is something that needs to be preserved, that it doesn't work that way. You have to go and meet the community people. You need to understand how they see that, how do they value that particular cultural asset, and then you help support them. by asking them what do they need. So I think that's one approach. And secondly, one of the issues that I've had I've worked in the development sector for about 18 years. I worked in communication for development in the education sector also, and then I transitioned into culture for development. And in every sector, I've noticed that when it comes to specific to the development sector, I feel that yes, in terms of by word of mouth, everybody wants something that's sustainable. That's the key word. But I find that a lot of these initiatives are not. So as soon as a project is over, as soon as the donor funding is done, it's like everything's at a standstill, and sort of it's just left then and there. Which is why I find the cultural sector very interesting place to work, because here is a sector where you can preserve that cultural asset and use it to leverage it so that the community itself economically benefits. They get they have a stake in the preservation of it as well. So and when you're preserving it, it's, yes, there's the material sort of side of it, the material benefits, but we're also looking at the non-material benefits. It's the well-being, it's the sense of identity, of belonging to a community. So these are all aspects that are very important to ensure when you're working, especially in heritage or the culture sector for development.
Thank you so much. I mean, that's very true. I think वो हमने भी काफी notice किया है, whether it's Kalasha or any other community. I think having a community buy-in for what you're doing is very necessary. It's otherwise things just kind of, like you said, they kind of just frizzle apart. Yeah, they don't actually sustain themselves. वो continuity नहीं आती. I think इस वाले में भी उनको वो नजर आते हैं. Like I think since it was like such a short time कि 3 months में बंदा कितना सीख लेता है, ये कितना
knowledge
कितना transfer कर सकते हैं. So I think it was just like basically touching the icing on top of the cake, but still have much more work to do.
No, exactly. But it's a great starting point. And then, obviously you're going to get feedback from the sales. I know Carvaan is very meticulous with the way that they go about it. And there's this process that they follow. And then I'm sure you'll get a lot of feedback from people from the sales, from, sort of on the product. And obviously it's a creative process as well.
Yeah.
So, other than looking at these cultural goods, it's also about looking at, in cultural development, you want to see how can you preserve this for the next generation, and at the same time, within a generation, intra-generationally, people of every caste, creed, whatever background, ethnic background they're from, their cultural values are also represented or preserved as well. So it comes down to celebrating cultural diversity. Another aspect that one needs to be very cautious of when you're working in cultural development projects is what's referred to as a precautionary principle. You don't want to make or take any initiative or step where if you modify something, it cannot be irreversible. So that's one thing that needs to be sort of, and also I think it's a wonderful sector to work in, because it also shows how everything is so interdependent. Like you said, you're talking about the craft, how they're inspired by nature, about their social customs, their way of life, the environment, social, cultural systems, they're all interdependent. Yeah. So this is all, it all works. It's one ecosystem that we have to look at. And when you're working in the development sector, you have to make sure you don't disturb that system also. But yeah,
that's very true. Honey, I completely agree. This is so exciting working in this space. It's like, that's why I think I love the field work so much. It's like every time, and I think especially enjoy working at Carvaan so much. It's like, I think before working here, just आप सिर्फ शहरों में घूमते, जैसे for me, I just used to be Lahore, Islamabad हो गया, कराची हो गया, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं कभी गुजरांवाला नहीं गई थी, मैं कभी कसूर नहीं गई थी. I never went to Kalasha. I mean, I never went to any Bhaupur, Lodra वगैरह. I mean, मुल्तान में इस तरह की avenues explore ही नहीं किए थे. And also meeting these women and learning so much from them is like such a like inaugurating experience. Like, oh, I simply love the field aspect. It's like so exciting.
That it is. And you know, while traveling, and I did a lot of field travel while working on this draft policy for the cultural policy framework for the Punjab government. And there is so much love and respect that you get from everyone when you travel. It's incredible. It is really heartwarming to see that when people see that when when you're making this effort to help preserve aspects of their culture and what's important to them, they really value that. So I mean, I really hope that Karwan keeps doing what it's doing. It keeps growing and learning from what it's doing as well. And yeah, so all the best to the Karwan team with the work, and I hope that you get, you know, great feedback on this exhibition also.
Me, and thank you so much for participating and taking so much of your time out to talk about culture and development and heritage conservation and protection. And it was really exciting having you here. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good office.
Good office.